Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to try a little experiment, so I thought I'd come online and video it. There's been talk about the difference between CC creams and foundation, so I wanted to try an experiment and do one side with my left side with CC cream and my right side with foundation. This foundation, it's Arbonne foundation. It has SPF 15, I believe in that. And the CC cream has 30. It also has pollution defense and primer and everything. But when I'm doing the foundation on its own, it's good. It's a little more coverage. I use the primer as well. So let's start. One pump is all you need. Not very good at videoing yet, so bear with me. So I've already moisturized my face and washed my face first, obviously, and did my skincare routine. And primer is like the best ever. I never even heard of primer until I became a consultant with Arbonne. Not that I was never a real big makeup person, but always go upwards on your neck with anything. Go against gravity to avoid pulling, and be gentle, but the primer's got to go in fairly well. And basically it's the same as if you were painting your room. If you put the primer on first, the paint will stay on better and look nicer. So that's that. I love this product. I don't waste anything. I don't wipe it off on my pants. I use it on my hands and makes it soft. So primer or foundation. Use my things. So what I do is I'm right-handed, so I actually one squirt onto my left hand. I actually tried to do less because I'm only doing half my face. So putting that away. This is nice because it goes up. It's like all the skincare products as well. So you don't have to shake it at the bottom to get it out. It's all the way up, and it's so easy to get every last drop. And you really want to get every last drop. So then I just gently put a little bit on my brush. Try only to do one side. That'd be tricky on my nose. Normally I would also start with the concealer because I'm older and I have the dark under eyes and stuff, but not gonna bother because I'm just doing a foundation or a CC cream versus foundation test. So I just want to do that and nothing else. And also I definitely always go down my neck. And somebody was asking the other day online, how do you know if it's the right color for you? Well, you got to know by what color, if you're neutrals or whatever. But if you took your foundation and went from your face down your neck is lighter, so you should match it to your neck. Now this is a little, well, once it blends in, it matches with my neck, but that's how you should check it, because if your face is darker, you don't want your face darker than your neck, because then it's obvious that you're wearing makeup, and really you want to look natural, or at least I want to look natural. Most people really want to look natural. I always put it into my hairline. Very light, like I do demos with people in makeup parties and stuff, and if you're ever interested in that, reach out and I can do virtual or whatever. If you live nearby, I do drive. So I don't need all of this really because I'm only doing half my face. I might as well put a little bit more on just to... I do want to get a new brush, a new style, like more fat, one that you kind of blob on. So that's that side. And then rub that in. Now the CC cream. So again, this CC cream has matte finish, pollution defense, I should say, primer, sunscreen, moisturizer. Now again, I don't need hardly any of this. Oh, I'm cramping my hand. I just did a arms, upper body workout. Oh. All right, so now that, oops, I'm trying to show everything on the camera. So again, I rub it in a little bit, and then it'd be interesting to see if you can tell any difference from one side to the other. I can tell you, putting it on, now I did the primer on this side. Now I don't know, and I mean this stuff's got primer in it, but it's probably not quite the same as actually using like a full-fledged primer. Although I did put primer all over my face, so that, forget about that idea. I was going to say it just feels different. It's with the CC cream, it actually feels, could you say more watery, like thinner, more, not quite as thick or dense, I guess. So again, normally I would go down my neck or up my neck and stuff, but for the sake of this, I'm not too concerned about it. All right, so let me go to the window. I don't know if you can tell a difference. I need better lighting. Okay, that might work. There. Foundation, CC cream. Of course, I'm blind without my glasses and I don't see very well with them. So, oh, there's my little guy. He's 20 now. He's my baby. Okay, so I was gonna look for the other two, but I won't show my kids off to you, my boys. So that is that. So people talk about this 5-minute face after you put your foundation on. Well, not everybody does it in the same order, but you can do, we have this brow tint. I just put a little bit on because this one side is thinned out more than the other. It's, you know, how one side's always different. I'm trying to get my girl to make them even, so eventually, hopefully, they'll grow back in even. So you can either use that, or we also have this two-sided thing. You can, and then you can brush it through, kind of thing. And then 5-minute face. If you just want to buy blush, this is Dusty Rose. I just want to see the difference too, feeling how the blush feels going on. Really seems to stick on this side better. It seems to look more natural on that side. Sometimes it's hard to tell too because I've got a light over there, a window, so it really does distort the lighting a bit. Anyway, this is what I usually use. I bought this when I first started. It's been a year actually. I still have all that. But we have these really nice palettes. This one's got the highlighter, the contour, the blush, and bronzer. And then we also have these palettes. This is our Earth Tones, I believe this one. Love it. That's my favorite, actually, those tones. And then we have the Gemstones. But if you didn't want to have your blush and highlighter and all that in one, you could have them in separate. So, and then of course we have really nice lipstick. I never knew how nice it was until I went into my drawer after using this kind for a while, and then I used back to some old stuff, and I was like, I was like, oh, that's kind of nasty. Normally, I would put on lip liner and stuff, but just for the sake of argument. So that's part of the 5-minute face. And then of course we have this beautiful mascara. Okay, oops, I'm not supposed to pump it. This is called, well, our old stuff was It's a Long Story. Now I can't remember what this one is called. It's our new mascara, the new formulation. If I could see it, speaks volumes. And it really does. I'm going to put the second coat on this one eye. It's really weird doing it watching yourself in the phone. So I'm going to go back to I have my makeup mirror behind me there. It's a little harder to do it like this. Normally I take a little more care, but anyway, that's just not a whole lot of application. If I let this dry a little bit, which I will, and I'll go do the other side. Okay, so you can see trying to get this right. I'm a noob at YouTube videos, so like anything, you get better as you do things, and you know, right now I'm just stepping out of my comfort zone, showing my mug online. I'm 57. I live in Canada, Eastern Canada now. I'm actually from not too far from Toronto area, in Toronto in Ontario. I'm about an hour from Toronto, and I love it there. But I live in Prince Edward Island now, and it's a maritime province in Atlantic Canada. And it is so beautiful here and peaceful, and a great place to raise children. The only downfall is there's really not a whole lot to do unless you know, go to Charlottetown, which even in Charlottetown, our capital city, has like, I don't know, 30 to 40,000 people with all the surrounding little places like that are attached. And there's not a whole heck of a lot offered there. There is, you know, one farmer's market, but it's not the same as, you know, if you're in Toronto or a big city, you can go to a market any day and just get fresh produce right around your corner, unless of course you live in Charlottetown. So that is what the foundation or the mascara looks like. So that's basically one application. Now let that dry a little minute and go back to this side. So I'm an Arbonne consultant, I should say, and the reason I am into it is because I really love, like I went to a party and I really never even heard of Arbonne before, and I went to a party and we were pampered. We have like foot soaks, we have like spa products, and you know, it's not just makeup, it's skincare, it's nutrition. spa products, hygiene products, men's line, baby line, hair care, stuff you would want to have at the gym, hydration. And so anyway, I love the company. It's a 40-year-old company, in January, I believe, and it's amazing. So I could do that in 5 minutes and be good enough to go out, and nobody's going to say, "What are you doing out in public?" All right, so if you have any interest in, hearing more about the business opportunity, or just learning some tips or whatever, I'm not a professional, but I do know some stuff, so I would love to chat with you. So if you want to reach out to me through Instagram, I am Meg Van, that's Magvan, because my name's Margaret Van Eiderstein. That's hence the Meg Van. For cruelty free, because Arbonne is cruelty free, no GMO, vegan, kosher. It's above the Euro standards for the ban list. Our ban list is like 2,000 ingredients, and so it's beautiful stuff. So Meg Van, for cruelty free. And if you go into my profile there, you can find my Linktree link, and there's so much information. I'd love for you to go and at least check me out and give me your feedback. I take all good feedback, all bad feedback. I just like to hear people's opinions and, experiences. So whether it be with this makeup or just network marketing in general or whatever, anything. And I have a good ear, so anybody who wants to, just chat, I'd love to chat and hopefully inspire you in some way. All right. Thank you so much for coming on to my broadcast. Take care and peace out.